Hi guys, welcome back. This is Nomkosi, notes from my pad. Okay, namhlanje. Today I'm going to talk about my hobbies. As you guys are aware, the hobbies that I've been dealing with this week, like I said, they're kind of all fairly new. I spoke about karate, which I started last year mid-year or after mid-year. And then I spoke about swimming. Okay, I explained that I had my first swimming lesson more than 20 years ago, and that's a fact, guys. But I still went for my first swimming lesson in 2024, so I'm forever taking lessons. And don't even think that I'm a pro. I'm still struggling and grappling with, different kinds of strokes. I'm even scared to say that because it sounds like, oh, at least I'm not even there. But anyway, so yeah, swimming, it's a forever new adventure for me. And then the third one is poetry. Okay, I explained the issue of poetry. Poetry, it's just the thing which it's an internal thing that I do, not because I'm doing it, but I'm doing it because I wanted to say iyazenzekela, but actually I wanted to have a direct literal translation of iyazenzekela. Iyazenzekela. Poetry, that's how it is for me. Then it was poetry, and then we content creation, and you guys again, you are aware, you were there day one. I want to believe all of you were there from day one of this content creation business, particularly YouTube. Then namhlanje, I actually want to tell you the truth. In Demnandi, what is nice is that all these hobbies that I've mentioned, I've discussed with you, which I do. I explained when they started and mostly how they started or why they started. So, I mean, I'm going to say my real hobbies, which I've enjoyed over the years, it's reading. I read and I like reading. I'm not talking about reading for work. Put that aside. Reading for work is work. I'm talking about reading. What do I read? I read books. What kind of books do I read? I read all types of books. I don't have a particular preference to say, oh no, I only read fiction, no, I read non-fiction, or I read science fiction, but obviously, yeah, let me not say what I enjoy, but I enjoy reading. One. Two, guys, I like hiking. I enjoy hiking. Because these are hobbies, I don't do these things often, like reading for leisure. I don't do it often, but I do it, I guess, often enough. I actually like the kind of reading that I do as a hobby. I would buy those books, and I would target when I would read them, particularly during the December season. I try and read more because it's supposedly a time for people to relax. Yeah. So I read, and I hike. I like hiking. I don't hike enough, but I hike and I enjoy hiking. And I do want to say the last hike that I did was sometime last year in the second semester. I can't remember the date. It was in Cape Town and it was the Lion's Head. I think it was the most difficult hike that I've ever done. And also the worst part about that hike is that I did it, guys, with people that I didn't know. And it was not fun. The crew that I was with. Okay, so I never hike alone, obviously. Not obviously, but I don't hike alone. I always have to have a person or two or even a group. So that day, I just heard, I saw a poster actually from my sister of mine. I saw a poster that said her organization was going to have a hike in Cape Town. I'm like, hey, just give me the details. Then I went there. Oh my God, it was a killer. I didn't do any research on the particular hike. It was a killer. Lion's Head, it was a killer. Even the fact that I finished it, I still don't believe it. Sometimes I think I'll never do it again, but actually I think I'm lying because I knew I conquered it first time. Guys, that hike. Guys, I didn't know anybody. Okay, so I got to speak to some people. There's actually one particular guy that I made friends with. He was very supportive, Shame. He's the one who kind of saw me through in those, oh my God. And half the time he was leaving me because he was more fit, you know. Like, guys, it was bad. Okay, those people who were belonging in this organization which had this hike, these people, guys, they were not nice because they didn't care about me. Like I was alone. Like, obviously not like more than half the time I was alone, because I did come alone, although I made some friends, but, well, actually one friend I can say. But yeah, the guy had come for his reasons with his people, you know. Let me stop talking about this hike. It was difficult. But anyway, I enjoyed it. Just thinking about it, like, I want to do it again. Okay, so yeah, what I really enjoy is reading, is hiking. I like working out. I want to mention working out as different from hiking, because obviously it is different. I like working out, guys. For me, working out is a hobby, which I don't do enough because of probably me lacking probably on planning and prioritizing, because actually working out is supposed to be a daily routine, because it's good for my health and it's good for my psychology, but I don't do it religiously like that. But I really like working my body. That one is one thing that I actually do on my own. I just get out, go for a jog. Yeah, I don't do it enough at home because, yeah, I like going out for a jog. Yeah, well. So reading, hiking, working out, ukjima. Actually, this t-shirt belongs in one of the gym that I joined a few years ago, and unfortunately the owner and the founder of the gym passed on. It was a young guy, very successful, very energetic, very powerful, very disciplined young guy, and a visionary, in the true sense, which we lost to the high crime rates in South Africa. Yeah, maybe let me not mention his name, but yeah, he's the owner of this. Anybody who knows the brand would know him. I think those are the three things that I really like. And one other thing that I can add is watching movies. Again, watching movies is something I don't do often enough. Like, similarly to hiking, I don't do enough of it, but I know that I enjoy it, and I know that it helps me take my mind off things. It helps me relax. But yeah, again, I'm not gonna say my favorite movie is, but I have those movies that I like for specific reasons. But yeah, I don't always watch a particular kind of movies. I'll just watch any movie that looks interesting, and yeah, then I'll enjoy it if it speaks to me in different ways. So for me, like, before you guys think that this is just for content creation, why did she come with karate and swimming and all those things? It's a fact. These are my hobbies, and I'm working on them, and I do them. Well, luckily for swimming and karate, I do it more often than these other hobbies, you know, including content creation. I'm doing them more often. But yeah, that's what it is. So those are my hobbies, and this is the end of the week. There's no bonus video. See you next week. Next week we're going back to 1 week, one video per day. So we're not gonna go into the 4th week. Remember, I said 3 to 4 weeks. So we're not gonna go to the 4th week because my people said that, because you've already said everything about us, you've already said everything about your roles. So what more to say? So I'm not gonna go into the 4th week. It's from next week. I'm going to 1 week, one video per week. Thank you. See you next week.